Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, taken in part exchange, we have here a 2015 on a 65 plate BMW X1. This guy has a 2-litre diesel engine. It's an sDrive 18 or 18D sport specification, finished in this lovely white. You've got all that sort of black under trays and sort of lower garnish section all in black, which breaks it up really nicely. It's a lovely specification car. I'll talk you through as much of that as I can to walk around. But first and foremost, the condition is unbelievable. This car's covered 37,500 miles. It's a 2-owner vehicle. And I've encountered some really nice condition used cars in my time in the motor trade, but this really is something else. It has a couple of very small marks on some of the alloy wheels, very minor given it is a nearly 8-year-old car now. But the rest of the condition is unbelievable. The interior is unmarked, the exterior is lovely, there's no dents or scuffs or anything obvious. It's a really, really lovely car, and a very nice specification, as I mentioned. Now there's a couple of things for me that I think a modern car has to have. That includes leather interior, power tailgate, nice alloy wheels, and this car has all three. So as you come up to the car, just underneath the BMW badge here, press that button once, tailgate goes up. If you haven't had a power tailgate before, it's an absolute must-have, and if you've had one once, you will have one again. Now as you can see, conditions absolutely lovely. There's no sort of rips, stains, there's never been an animal in the car. It's definitely not a smoker's car. It's in wonderful condition. Press that. And although this is a 2015 car, diesel engine, it is ULEZ compliant, so it's a Euro 6 diesel, and so you're not going to come up against any ultra low emission zone issues in the near future. And you've got these lovely sort of, it's like a polished finished diamond cut alloy wheel. I did notice as I was walking around, cars on all matching Bridgestone tyres as well. Really, really good sign of ownership. The radio's still on, let's let that on. You've got black leather interior with that red stitching, and even the headliner all in lovely condition. I'll come around and work out what I've done with the radio. I can start the car. Turn that down. It's a push button start car, just have to dip the clutch, press that button one time, and car jumps into life. You'll see there, other than the fuel light being on, car's in good shape. Now before I got in the car, I did get the screen, this centre screen here, to a position because the service history for the car is all documented and on the car. So you can see here, it's not actually due anything, so it's not due an oil change, a brake fluid change, any kind of service. But actually, if you go into this section here, you've got the service history for the car and the mileage that it was all completed at, which I really like. It's something BMW do, I gather. You can go into a BMW dealer with your key, they plug it into a machine, and they'll be able to tell you the history from a screen next to them. All they can see is on the car. You can see here all the history going back through to 2017, documented on the car. So full BMW history car as well, which is lovely. The car's got integrated navigation. It's a really crystal clear display, to be honest. It's really intuitive, user friendly, and pretty straightforward. Got Bluetooth hands-free phone, DAB digital radio. Got a climate control air conditioning system here, and heated front seats, which you can see I've got on. It is a freezing cold January day, and yes, heated seats are a very welcome addition. It's a 6-speed manual car. It's a really nice gearbox to use, actually. Feels pretty well weighted and very precise, and the engine produces an awful lot of grunt. I'm not sure on the output of these, if I'm really honest, but it goes very, very well. You do have a sport mode down here as well. You can flick it between economy and sport, and you get a little display up here to tell you when you've selected sport. Slightly sharper throttle response, and it just makes for a slightly more engaging drive. Electronic handbrake, you just have to have your foot on the brake, press that down to take it off, lift it back up to put it on. It really is that simple. And all your controls down here from what BMW, I think they used to call this iDrive. I don't know if they still call it that now, but it's basically how you control everything on this main screen, which is lovely. I mentioned the car's covered 37,500 miles. You can see down there 37,553, and I think on this little trip computer stalk here, you can see the previous owner's been averaging 51.6 miles to the gallon, which you got to argue that's a pretty respectable miles per gallon for a big gutsy diesel engine in a car of this size. They've got automatic lights, automatic wipers, everything you'd expect of a modern car, and as I mentioned, this lovely leather interior. It's a really, really nice place to be. We all know the German manufacturers have been good at interior quality for the last few years, and everyone's trying to catch up with them, but it's a lovely place to be. All this red stitching and leather around here. It's finished beautifully. Cup holders and stuff down here. Of course, you have 2 keys for the car. We supply all of our cars with 2 keys, but they are the originals. Just turn the car off. Now the car isn't due anything. I think all we'll be doing is putting some of our own number plates on the car and putting it through the workshop for a health check. But other than that, it is beautiful and ready to go. The car will be supplied with a 12-month parts and labour warranty. That's included in the advertised cost of the car. If you're not local to us, we can offer nationwide delivery. As I speak, actually, we've got a car going up to the Midlands. We've got an army of drivers and salesmen that will be able to bring the car to you if you do so wish. And as mentioned, we'll be supplied with a 12-month parts and labour warranty. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to pick up the phone to us. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.